Good morning, everyone. It is 10:30 a.m. Getting a late start today, and I'm loving it. I've had a lot of rain here recently, so I'm not going out on the truck today. I'm gonna stay inside. We'll get some stuff done around the shop and the office. But before that, we got a chest triceps workout that we have to take care of. It is meso cycle 1, week 2, workout 4. This is the second chest and tricep workout of the week. Focus is on flat dumbbell press. Move on to maybe some weighted dips or maybe body weight dips. Might have to call an audible on that. After that, we got some tricep press downs and finish off with some slow and controlled lateral raises with a pause at the top. Looking forward to this one. Should be a pretty nice pump. I'm feeling good. So let's warm up, get into the first move. All right, we're all warmed up. About to move into our first working set, 65 pounds on flat dumbbell press. Target is 11 reps with 2 reps in reserve. I did get 13 reps on incline dumbbell press with 65 pounds earlier this week. So we'll see if my chest is fully recovered and if I can match that. The difference is I've been doing incline for the last 7 or 8 weeks now, this is only my second time doing flat dumbbell press, probably in years. So we'll go ahead, give it a shot. Let's see if we can get 11 with 2 reps in reserve. If it feels like I can get 15 total, then I'll shoot for 13. All right, let's go. All right, I think we got 11 there. I always count, if I'm shooting for 13, I'll count to 7 and then I'll count down from 6. It helps me psychologically. So go all the way to 7 and then start counting out 6. I think I got all the way down to 2. So I was shooting for 13, probably got 11, which was my target. Being that this is my second time hitting chest this week, it makes sense that my chest is recovered, but it's my second time hitting chest. And it is a new movement, so it may take a little bit of time to just sort of ingrain that motor movement pattern until I could do it efficiently. All in all, felt good. I was getting a real good stretch on that one. So we're gonna rest up. Target for the next set is 9. But if we can get another 11, I'd be really happy with that. So that's what we're shooting for. All right, so I watched the tape back. I was shooting for, 11 was my target. My personal goal was 13. I thought I got 11, but I actually wound up getting 12. So we've made some improvements on this move already. Excuse me. Based on the numbers from last week, I should be shooting for 9 on this one. So 9 is like the bare minimum that I want to get. But we're going to 2 reps in reserve. So if that number happens to be 9, that's what it is. If it's 10, that's what it is. If it's 11 or 12, that's just what it is. So I'm going to forget about the number. I'm just going to go until I got 2 reps in reserve. My nose always gets itchy as soon as I get the dumbbells up. All right. think that was it. All right, have no idea how many I got right there. I'll have to watch the tape back on that. One thing we could say is it definitely was not more than 2 reps in reserve. That was 2 RIR, and it was pushing it. That might have been 1. But I'd rather do a little extra than not do enough. I'm gonna learn my lesson from the last chest workout, and I'm gonna do a drop set. Not really a drop set, because that's more like implies it's like a superset. I'm gonna do a down set. So I'll probably go down to about 50 pounds, do another set to 2 RIR. Try to get a little extra volume, a bit of chest. All right, we got 55 pounds for the down set. It took me about 3 minutes to change the weight on the loadable dumbbells. By that time, I was like, maybe I should have just stuck with 65. That would take it too much time. So we're just gonna go with these 55s, see if we can get to 2 reps in reserve with 55. Got 11 on the last set, so we expect to get at least 11 on this, but we'll see. Okay, not even close. Was that 8? I think I was getting a better stretch there, though. I'll go back and watch the tape. I was getting real wide out, but really just tearing the pec fibers. So that's good. Extra volume. Second chest workout of this week. So in the beginning of the week, err on the side of caution. I don't want to do too much and not be recovered in time for the second chest day. So just did 2 sets of incline last week, then 2 sets of weighted push-ups or whatever it is that I do. So 4 sets total. Now today, you know, I added some reps and I added a set, a little bit extra volume. We're creeping up, getting more voluminous. Is that the right word? We're getting more volume. Now, because it's the second workout of the week, and I have, you know, tonight, and then a back day, and then a leg day, and then a full rest day on Sunday. That's why I like to add that volume towards the end of the week. But we're done with flat dumbbell press for today. Let's move on to, it's supposed to be weighted dips, but we might do just body weight dips. All right, so last week I did weighted dips. I was doing that as my primary movement for the last mesocycle, but I felt like it was a little too 50-50 tricep to chest, and I wanted something that was a little more leaning towards 80-20 on the chest side. So I switched weighted dips to the second move. Then, after doing that, the weight dropped off and the reps dropped off significantly because I wasn't doing them completely fresh as my first movement anymore. So I did like 20 to 30 pounds for like 7 to 8 last week for 2 sets. So this should technically be my warm-up for that, but I might just stick with body weight and see how it feels. I'll know about 5 reps in if I'm just gonna stick with this weight as my working set, or if I'm going to go up and add a little bit more. Right now, I'm thinking this is probably gonna be my working set. I'm just not sure yet. I'll know around rep 5. And if it feels like 12 or more is gonna be a challenge, I'll probably just, you know, if 12 is gonna be a challenge, I'll probably just stick with this weight, my body weight, and shoot for 10 to get to 2 reps in reserve. All right, see how it feels. Okay, 12. 12 was good. Could have got 14 for sure. 15 might have been pushing it. So we'll call that 12 with 2 reps in reserve today. And we'll stick with body weight for this week. Possibly the next week too. All right, I watched the film back. I wasn't completely satisfied with the depth on the dips. I have progressively been going deeper. As the years have gone on, I've dropped the weight on the weighted dips and focused more on the stretch at the bottom of the movement. But we could clean it up a little bit. So we got 12 in the last one. I'm gonna try to really focus more on the technique, and I'm not gonna be upset if I can get 8 to 10 with good technique, 2 reps in reserve. Oh yeah, I wanna show you something real quick. You see these? It's 100 calories. All carbs. It's kind of crazy to think about. Just 100 calories. Such a small volume of food for 100 calories. When you look at like a bowl of salad, it's like 50. Something to think about if you're dieting. I'm not. I'm on maintenance calories, baby. And I'm training hard. So I eat carbs. Alright. But indeed, a lot of these things supplements are very potent compounds that can transform our abilities in the short term to recover from exercise, and that can really shape brain chemistry patterns acutely and taking long. So I'm very excited about today's topic and to be able to kind of sort through this called cloud, but this cloud of supplements because indeed many of them are excellent. Some of them are terrible. And then last one wasn't the best, but we got 10. We're gonna go ahead and add one more set. Just that little extra bit goes a long way. The dips are a great segue into the tricep exercise. So because I'm prioritizing chest growth this meso, I move the most chest dominant exercise to the first spot of the workout. So we do flat dumbbell. I feel like that's like 70-30 chest triceps. Then I move on to the dips, which I make more of a chest exercise by leaning forward, but I'd still call them more like, 55-45 chest triceps. Then we go into the tricep isolation exercise, and the triceps are already nice and warm from all the pressing. So we just go straight into the top set. I got 52.5 pounds. I added, I think it's like just maybe 2.5 pounds this week, and shooting for high reps here. Going for 18 with 2 reps in reserve and see if we get it. Oh yeah. I'm trying to tear this fucking shirt apart with my triceps today. Six, 7, 8. Halfway there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 20 would have been a challenge for sure. Good call to bump up the weight just slightly. And then match the reps from last week. I'm feeling pumped, baby. I'm trying to rip this shirt in half. All right, 18, no problem. The target for this one is 13, which means my reps dropped way off last week. So I'm gonna see if we can just do this nice, slow, and controlled and get 13 or more. Five, 6, 7, 8. Can we get 7 more? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, got 15. We beat our target by 2 reps. Feels great. 17 would have been a challenge for sure. I think that is definitely 2 reps in reserve while maintaining that strict form and cadence. So absolute success as far as chest and triceps go today. We're moving on to some lateral raises. Kind of drop the weight a little bit from the last session. Do a pause at the top. Trying to get a nasty belt pump going. All right, one of my favorite movements is last today. Dumbbell lateral raises with a pause at the top. Got 12.5 pounds. The micro plates on the loadable dumbbell. First set, we're going for 19. So there's nothing to it. It's just a set of 10 and then a set of 9 without any breaks in between. Let's see if we could do this the right way. Nine more. Okay. Loving it. Set number 2. Going for 16.
So I definitely enjoy watching movies, things like that, and relaxing at the house. I work out almost every day. I like enthusiast. I like cars. I like going to track with them. I'm getting my pilot's license, so I'm somewhat ready to start towards over, so working on it. So that's kind of that happens.
Six more.
Watching someone explain to his biggest hobby outside of home what his hobbies are, and her pretending like she has no idea what he's into. Well played from both sides. They almost had me going for a second. But anyway, Trump was supposedly invited to fly wingman on a jet by a special division of the Navy, which I'm sure was a complete surprise to me.
Pump is stupid today. I think it was those pumpkins I ate earlier. He's got that pumpkin pump right now. Last set, shooting for 13.
Podcast cringe. Anyway, hot date with a pilot.
First one, no count.
Wow, okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's actually crazy. Tom looks like he was having a mad time. That's pretty cool. And I guess that's just Tom channeling his inner Tom Cruise. The man looked happy. He's living his best life. That's fair enough. But while Tom was off looking for his G-spots, where was Bert Crusher?
That's a wrap. That was a great workout, all carved up, feeling strong today. Getting that little bit of a later start, didn't have to rush as much. I'm gonna check this pump out real quick. See what's going on underneath the cutoff flannel. Not terrible. See if we get a different angle. Let the light hit slightly differently. Turning a weak point into a slightly less weak point. Let me see if I could actually get a better light. This is my vibe right here. Terrible opposing, but you get the picture. I am turning a weak point into a slightly less weak point. And eventually, hopefully, that weak point just becomes a balanced part of my physique. Never had an issue with shoulders or arms or back. It's mostly always been chest and legs for me. Not due to a lack of chest training, maybe just due to suboptimal chest training and never really prioritizing chest with high SFR movements. Now that I've really just went back to square one and said, you know what? I don't care if I look weak to anyone else. If a 45-pound dumbbell for incline press is what's gonna get the job done, then that's what I'm gonna do. And ever since I adapted that mindset, I've noticed significant progress in a very short time. So I'm optimistic about where my chest growth goes from here, now that I am taking all that into consideration and I am putting chest movements first in the week. High SFR, chest dominant movements at the beginning of the workout, as opposed to just doing what's in my comfort zone. You know, weighted dips, cable flies, push-ups. Those moves are all great, but sometimes there's better moves out there and you have to kind of go through a rut and feel like you're doing something that you're not really enjoying to come out on the other side and make the progress that you want to. So I'm gonna wrap up this whole workout here in a second. All right, it's a solid workout. That was a lot of fun. We made some decent progress this week. Hit all our target reps and some additional, plus we added some sets. So the volume is increasing over the course of the meso. That's great, especially for week 2, to get a pump like this and still feel like you had a little bit more left in the tank. It's a good feeling. We're on track to really smash it towards the end of this training block. So everything's clicking right now. Got a great pump. It's nice for a change of pace to work out a little bit later in the morning and have the time to do that and just take my time and do a little bit extra, go the extra mile. We still got 2 more workouts this week. Another back and bicep day tomorrow, and then legs before we take a rest day on Sunday. Probably going to use the same playbook I did today. Gauge how I feel, try to hit all my target reps and then some, and if everything feels good, probably add a couple of sets to my main back exercises. See if we can get a little bit more back volume. We'll take care of that tomorrow, so tune in. Hope you're following along. If you do, and you like this, make sure you leave a like. I do encourage you to follow along from week 1, day 1, all the way to the end of the meso cycle. If you're not sure how to structure a training block, I can pretty much hold your hand through the whole thing. All the workouts are in the description. You choose an exercise you like, take it to 3 reps in reserve. The next week you do 2 reps in reserve, then you add sets, then you go to 1 rep in reserve. Eventually you just go to 0 reps in reserve. And if you'd like, you can do drop sets, push beyond failure, but we'll get to that come week 5. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow to hit back and biceps. I'll see you there.